Greetings, fellow adventurers! We're here for another session of A Tale of Two Daughters in the Harn world with the awesome Harn Master rules. And we'll get straight to it here. When we last left off, our intrepid heroes had dealt with, in a manner of speaking, Sir Rumlock Athaziel at the Nanium Bridge, and dispelled that situation. Bridget says the less spoken of that, the better, and I will respect her wishes. And they, from there, made their way along the Nethen River ways and then cut north towards the Sorkin Mountains and finally arrived at the ruins of Xanoth Abbey. And upon scouting out these ruins to find where the tomb of the ancient tomb of the king, King Kalston, they came across a disturbing and somewhat disgusting sight. Within the ruins of the abbey, they came across what they identified somewhat. They identified it fairly well. Were the corpses of what appeared to be Gargan. Hard to tell what type they were. They seemed to be a bit on the larger size. They were hard to identify because they had been almost, not just almost, they looked like they'd been chewed on and stripped of flesh. Like these are just the bones of the Gargan that had been piled outside the stairway going down into the catacombs of the abbey. It is late in the afternoon when they arrived and began the scouting. And one thing that you noted getting near the stairway going down into the catacombs, which is likely where the tomb of King Kalston is that there was a terrible, terrible stench coming from that stairwell. Just this extremely powerful aroma of rot and decay and corruption. It as you got near the staircase, it almost made your eyes water. How strong it was. And after scouting the area further, they didn't find any more tracks to show how the Gargan got into the area or anything further. They have now regrouped again on the south side of the abbey, where we pick it up right now. So the sun is going to be setting in about an hour. And you had some talk about maybe watching the entrance overnight, but I think that you may have retreated from that plan, so I'm going to go ahead and take it up there and let you discuss further and decide what you want to do. Stuart? Haffen, you there?
Yes. If we have an hour of sun, a number of us might, maybe setting up camp is the best use of our hour. I forgot about the smell. I'm not in a hurry to go down there.
All right. Do you wish to camp here, or do you want to move maybe a half hour back down the way and camp along the riverbank someplace?
I think a half hour off from this location would be a wiser move, but
yeah, because this doesn't look like something that Ivashi would be doing. This looks like Gargan on Gargan, because there's no love between them either.
I really think it just got eaten. They were eating, which is unusual. Not a lot does eat Gargan, now that I think about it.
Except for other Gargan.
You have a point.
Yeah, we should go. We shouldn't stay around if we don't know what's eating them. We'll become dinner.
yeah, we'll end up fighting in the dark. We probably might win, but it's disadvantageous. You don't let your opponent choose your battlegrounds.
All right. right. Sounds like you
So
all,
we're-
you
Sir
all
Aiden
want
Sue has spoken.
I'm trying. I'm going to become Sun Tzu of this world. Yes.
Ignore that.
Nick, I just don't remember. Who are these two guys with shields?
They are the man-at-arms for Faradir Cleave.
Ah, okay.
right. And Faradir's the one with the red shield, bright red striped.
All right. So you.
Are they in a? There's Faradir and his men in agreement. They're willing to pull back.
Faradir thinks that sounds wise. I have no interest in having whatever stay in the night hours, having whatever fell upon those Gargan fall upon us if we were to camp here. A trek to the south seems put a league between us and them seems like a wise idea.
If Hafen wants to lead, I'll bring up the back, and we'll start off.
Okay. I will move you to a.
I'm not seeing anything on the map. If there is anything being broadcast to us.
We're down at the southern end of the
You
map.
have to roll out. It's on the
It's
bottom
all-
Oh,
right corner.
You're
If
just
you
in
can't
the
see,
toggle.
I can adjust your token in case there's something wrong with it. You have vision.
oh, yeah, I see. Bottom right corner. Never mind. I just was not looking at the map properly.
I will. You two.
I'd rather.
Yep.
I'd rather clean sweep our trail than lead the way. If we're just moving downriver or someplace, just a bit away,
Okay.
simply.
Then perhaps your compatriot could lead, and I'll loiter and back just in front of you so you can sweep our trail. That's probably a wiser option.
All right, I have a little river trail map that I can kind of deposit you on in case anything happens.
Give it a go, Zerson. Find us a good camp spot.
Do I have? Let me look at my.
Hey, look, it just looks just like the last one we're at.
I haven't moved you guys yet. Come on, smartass.
Oh, sorry.
It's darker.
All right.
A lot brighter, actually.
Can you guys see here?
I do see a new map,
It's paradise.
but I also see all of the new map if that's not intended.
Yes.
It's all right. It's not a big deal. Okay, so you guys move
Our
further.
new vacation.
I'll turn the daylight off a little bit, but you guys go further down the riverbank and find a likely looking spot and decide to camp here.
Okay.
I
Half
found
hour.
this a good spot.
Nice. It's a nice spot.
Nice.
And you make camp and establish watches. If you want to go ahead and discuss that briefly of who's keeping watch when. I'll make a little random roll.
Do I
I'll go first.
Do you want to try any check to a hiding trail kind of? If I'm
You want to do like a tracking check or something to see if anything's been
yeah, would it be?
triggered?
I don't know if tracking or survival. If I'm undoing tracks and trying to hide our path.
Oh, you're trying to hide your path.
Yes, as we leave.
I guess it'd be survival, or it'd be kind of like, or you can go ahead and average your stealth and your survival together and roll that. Just give me a rough average. I'm not require mathematical certainty, but someplace between the two.
Well, that's a marginal success.
Okay. So you try to kind of, they're moving along pretty good, and you're sort of using your boot to kind of scuff over. And this is mostly a trail that you're walking on, so it's not
Right.
it's a trail going basically along the edge of the river. But you try to kind of scuff over obvious footsteps, and you do as well as you can. It's not super easy to do, and you're looking back, you're like, well, I mean, an experienced ranger would definitely see that we came through here, but hopefully,
Maybe
that
not a Gargan.
maybe not a Gargan. Hopefully, that will not be a thing. Okay.
Being relatively close to the river camping, can I try and get fresh fish on the dinner menu for tonight?
You and your fishing. Yes, you can try to get fish. You will probably be either seining them or spearing them or something along those lines. You won't have a lot of daylight though to do that in, so maybe you'll be a critical success, and I'll give you a fish or two. But otherwise, you're just going to run out. You're not going to fish by dark, I'm sure.
Only a marginal success.
Only Mars success. All right, you
Ah,
give it a go
okay.
though, but it's just hard to see them. The best way to catch fish, you don't really have lures and rods and reels. You're going to be using other techniques to catch fish. So it's going to be
A really small trout got away.
a really small trout got away. Probably seining or some other technique to box fish in or net them. So no fresh fish for you. All right. So the night goes by. Let's make a couple.
Oh, hold on. He's got fish.
What?
Um.
You said it takes 4 hours to go fishing.
Oh, yes. So he's not spending 4 hours?
It does. It gets dark in 4 hours.
Before 4 hours, really. We have a half hour of light to set up camp, probably.
You could give him 1/4 of whatever he gets in the 4 hours if you wanted to.
All right. If you have the rule handy for that.
It should be in the macro section for fishing. In
You
bar.
You have
I was gonna say the real reason he's wanted is there's a fishing macro.
because you made a fishing macro.
He
that's
caught a
why.
pike.
I don't think it's sure he caught a pike. Go with that.
Small pike.
Let me
You might be able to catch a bigger fish with that tomorrow.
hunting pike.
Well, while we're thinking,
Okay,
I'd
this
rather,
is
I guess, take last watch.
You catch a 9-pound pike, which is a pretty damn big fish.
Yeah. They actually apparently get really big. I didn't know how big they got.
Oh yeah, pike get big. You catch a 9-pound pike.
Well, then I will make that for dinner for everyone tonight.
You will. That will be dinner for everybody. All right, fair, Marcus. That's fine. The night goes by, and it is it's fairly quiet, and we decide that it's very close to a new moon, is I believe what we recall.
Yep.
Mhm. Yes.
Who is on the who's on the first watches?
I'll take the first watch.
Me.
I was going to say I'll do
sit
third.
with the late.
I'll do last watch.
Okay. Everybody just whoever has the best awareness, make an awareness check per watch.
Oh, per watch.
Per watch. Yeah, per watch.
3 watches.
Yeah.
Aiden, you said you were on first? Or was that Ted?
I am.
I think it's Ted and
No.
Dame Bridget.
Yes, and I'm betting that Dame Bridget's awareness is better than a 47. So.
45.
I guess yours is better, Ted. So make an awareness check. Well, you both look around. That's fine.
Lame.
Wow.
By that much.
Just under the wire. Ted, Emrys, you are. It is not quite the gray of the graying of the morning, and the moon, such as it is, precedes the sun up by just a little bit, and the night is relatively clear, and you notice something. What little moonlight there is suddenly flickers and becomes very dark for a moment. And you cast your eye towards where the moon is rising above the trees. And you can't help you think you see a large winged shape momentarily obscuring the moon. It appears to be some distance away, but it is still, despite its distance, it still blots the moon out for
Pretty
a few
large.
moments, and then then disappears against the black of the sky.
Huh. Dame Bridget, did you see that?
See what?
the big flying thing up there.
He points towards the sky, the eastern horizon.
It's been a really long day for us all. You'll get your rest soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're looking
Okay.
towards the east.
Message received.
You're looking east towards the Sorkin Mountains. That's where
And we just came from the west.
You just came from kind of north of here, really.
Okay.
So the Sorkins are kind of off in this direction. And the moon was rising a bit above the Sorkins when it was blotted out momentarily.
And this is the first watch. Okay.
That was a third watch. I'm sorry. I thought it was a third watch.
Oh, third watch. Okay. All right. Well, then I've already had my sleep, Dame Bridget.
Yes, you guys have already had.
Oh, I thought we were first watch.
I was asking.
Okay.
I was asking who's. I meant to ask her. I thought I asked who's on third watch, and we somehow missed that. So you guys are third watch. It's okay. It's just before the
I
sun.
Ta-da!
reject my statement.
Retcon. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty big. It blocked out the moon.
A wing?
Something with wings.
That sounds pretty
A
insane.
big bird. Big bird. Oh, really? And Ivashu are insane, and
And
Gorgons are insane.
priests of Ilvir are verifiably insane.
True. But how often do you see something with a giant wing blocking the moon? Like, let's
No
be
offense, of
realistic
course.
here.
How often do you see Ivashu?
That's also
Thank you.
fair.
Just as I thought. See, there are great things in this world that you have not seen. Do not cast aspersion upon me.
Well, I mean, what do you want to do? Like, there was a wing.
I don't know. I think we
Upstream.
should watch out and watch the sky because it could be bad if it's that big. It could carry away one of the knights.
Are you trying to scare me? Okay.
I mean, one of the other knights.
Oh.
Yeah, carry away a
wearing the
donkey.
red-
She'll get really concerned then.
Yeah. Oh, is it red and white? Oh, yeah. Be careful of the donkey and the
Don't
horses.
mess with my donkeys.
You guys did acquire a donkey, right?
I think we have two.
I thought we had.
Okay.
See, this is how you guys are. You just get a donkey and then you don't even look after him.
We did name him, so it's okay.
Muley 2 and Muley 3.
Really do.
We watch after them
Muley,
as the big
Muley the
creature
second and Muley
picks
the
them up
third.
and flies them away.
Muley Jr. and Muley the 3rd.
Okay, well, can I look at the moon and do another awareness check?
You can look around.
It's a moon.
It's a moon.
It's the moon.
It's
Why is the lady staring at the sun?
It's a bit of a sliver of a moon.
It's only
It is,
going to fly
it's
back
lit-
the way
lit-
it came
lit-
after it eats.
It's like a horned hunter's moon is being lit from the bottom because that's where the sun
No,
is
shh.
beneath it.
I'm asleep.
Give me
Yeah,
a
that's kinda
give me
cool.
give me an awareness check. You can look that direction.
All right, so
You probably
My
need
priest-
you probably
my
need a crit
priest-
success to see anything. But
my priest has intrigued me, and I'm going to look again, very specifically at the moon.
Intrigued or shamed?
Both. But I successfully look at the moon.
you do find
Yes,
the
it is moon.
and you do not see anything about the moon that is alarming.
Huh, it's a moon.
It's just a little sliver of a moon. The belly of it is down. The horns are pointing towards the sky.
This is extremely interesting, Emrys. This moon that I'm looking at because of you.
It's not the moon, it's what blocked the moon. But okay.
Well, it's probably time to get the others up anyway.
Yeah,
True.
let's get the others up. I get the others up.
You
And
can
I
tell
do
them-
mention that there's a big bird out there. Big, giant, block the moon type of bird.
Emrys and Bridget wake you guys up. It is just beginning to get the very gray of the sky. Just the very hints of a glow of the coming sunrise around the profile and silhouette of the Sorkins to the east. And again, getting up, you see the moon is just beginning to precede the sun a little bit into the sky. So, you are woken up. Still quite early.
Did anybody see anything?
Yes, I told you. A big bird blocked out the moon.
Well, that's not really. Is that
It was big.
what you're?
It wasn't like a kind of medium-sized bird that kind of was really close. It was a long ways off, and it blocked the moon. Just saying. Maybe that's what happened to the Gorgon.
So, big enough to you maybe get Gargan. Okay, that's worth noting.
So what could it be?
Bird.
What would this big
It
bird
was flying. It has to be
be
a bird.
called?
Did it have feathery wings, or were they more scalloped?
What do you mean scallop? Birds. Birds have feathers.
Bat.
Obviously had feathers. Why would you ask that?
Oh,
Oh, bat.
Membrane.
Hadn't thought of that. It wasn't a bat. No. Bats are faster. This was big and a bird.
Well, in this wild, there's yelgree, I believe, are a type of little flying, very
Little.
large
This
for
was not
something
little.
that flies, but I don't know that they
Little
are
flying
active
what?
at night. Well, they're creatures,
Oh, like birds?
barbarian type creatures.
Barbarian type creatures? Are they birds or not?
They're not birds.
Oh.
I know.
Well,
They
then
hunt
it wasn't them because it was flying.
All right.
Listen, gentlemen, it's too
All right.
early for this. Let's just get ready and talk about our next course of action. We'll be on
Okay,
the lookout
so we're
for
gonna go
this bird of yours.
back.
Let's get our. Yes, excellent leadership, Dame Bridget.
Thank
Let's get
you.
ourselves together, return to the ruins, and start to figure out what's.
You break camp, and sun is just beginning to rise above the Sorkins when you find yourself back at the southern entrance to Xanoth Abbey. Or suspiciously in the same formation.
No, don't be predictable. We gotta switch it up. Understanding.
That only counts if it comes from Sir Aiden.
I have a question for Heffen.
Mhm.
We'll say you had this conversation while you're walking, unless it's important to do it here.
Okay.
Certainly.
How will we know if there's any Gargans left alive? Do we know if there are Gargans here, are they all dead?
Well, if they're alive, they'll run or try to stab us or do something else despicable. But a full inspection is the only way to really be sure.
That's your
Yeah.
plan.
But when we walked in yesterday, nobody attacked us. So wouldn't it be fair to say that all the Gargans here are dead?
Oh, that seems logical.
I'm worried that they're doing something. You know, if they're
Nefarious, Garganish.
a little too unpredictable, I'm afraid. They may have just
So they
hid, given that
team?
it was still. They like to operate at night. They have better night vision. So they may have been biding their time, tried to hunt us down overnight.
Do we have any more of those light stones? Just asking, because I can't see in the dark, and if we're going to go inside, I'd like to be able to see things.
I can make one or two.
Oh, excellent.
But
long as they
collecting
last.
torches, wood, the other dry wood and things along the way, not a bad idea. A couple nice stones for myself as well that are baseball size.
Plenty of them by the river there.
Sure.
It is quite a cobbly creek.
I have since learned that ritual as well, so I could make one or two myself. Maybe.
Yeah, he can try to teach it to you when you guys have.
No, I've already learned it.
Oh, you have. Okay, good.
Yeah, we did that during
All
the last break.
If you want to try casting a spell to get a few light stones up, please feel free to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we'll do our little. We'll get together, do a little ritual, find a nice big tree, sync our auras. Oh no!
Whoa!
Oof,
Oh
no, you're not. So about those light stones, you got them?
Not right now.
I don't even.
The rock.
CM says it is best to let your eyes adjust to the dark, like you do in nature.
You do in nature. That's right. Maybe fewer fish. Let's search the surface of Xanoth for more clues of what might be going on, and then we'll collect some firewood while we're doing it and try with torches. I don't know. What do the Loranians, Faradir cleave? Does he really wants in that tomb, doesn't he?
As the purpose of me being here is to reconsecrate the tomb of King Calston by order of His Grace. I will consecrate also the main altar and other important parts of this ancient shrine, but the tomb is the important one.
Is that something you can get started on the other parts now? Do you need to collect any materials or set anything up while we do our
my men and I
going?
can go to the what I believe is the main ritual chamber. The main altar would probably be in that building off to the northeast where we saw the corpses, but further along. He's kind of looking at the ruins. I believe that would have been the main temple over there. This building next to the trail is probably a dormitory of some sort. I think I see maybe see an old bell tower behind it. That seems to be what we're looking at here. Yeah, dormitory right straight to the north of us. Main temple to the west of that, and then bell tower probably sort of attached to the dormitory. It's probably back years ago. This would have had probably orchards and gardens and smaller outbuildings. Probably would have been like a manor, really, in some ways. Probably would have been a smithy here and a stables, but those are probably long gone. They're mostly wood. And,
of course,
long since disappeared.
Why don't we all go together to that altar and see what we see?
All right. Well, I will. If you are still my guide, you may lead the way.
And I'll have my string my longbow. Zerson, do you have a free hand?
Yes, I can have a free hand.
You carry my staff.
Yes, my master.
Ritual. You can have the ritual staff. The bow out.
So you see that break in the wall over there. That probably allows us to get past that foul staircase and get closer to the main altar chamber.
I guess we're going this way.
No, he's pointing over here.
I know, but we're taking the long way.
Fair enough. If you advise that.
We're leaving people behind.
Need to keep up. You do make a fair amount of noise pushing through these bushes. At least the knights do.
Yeah.
The men-at-arms.
because we're so thick.
Sort of stands by. Is it clear? Is it empty?
Indeed. It appears so.
Looks like it's empty.
No.
There it is.
Yep, this
And
looks
it's
like an
probably once a
altar.
grand location. See that the tile has turned from is now this well, it's faded and covered by leaves and grass, but you can see beneath our feet the red and white tiles that once were here.
Looks like a Loranian altar to me.
I will bless and consecrate this room again in the name of Larani. And he takes a knee at this ancient altar and spends some time praying and conducting his ritual as the men stand by.
All
Did
right.
you make a noise out there?
I did make a noise out here. Saracen, come here. Come back out to the, let's say, east wall, outside the east wall. I don't want to disturb the.
Priest doing priestly business. Yeah, so it takes this kind of blessing or consecration takes a little bit of time.
I have to look.
It
Go.
takes
I lost
the
Saracen.
ritual takes roughly, for somebody like him, it take about 10 minutes or so for him to consecrate the area properly.
So to the east, I'd see another mess on the floor. Side of it.
Yeah, it looks like that's was like maybe a mausoleum or something, and there's some more corpses and stuff on the ground. Similar kind of bloodied, stripped state.
Yep.
Are there feathers on the ground?
There's a bit of a graveyard to the north of you, around where the mausoleum is.
I do see the graves.
Most of them are very tumbled down, and you see just a few remnants of stones poking up here and there.
Okay. Keep an eye on that door. Keep searching.
Make an awareness check, straight.
Although I'm carrying his staff, I will also string my bow just in case and keep it to the side.
You didn't fail horribly, but it is maybe it's just the bodies. It does stink around here, but there are a pair of
Dead Gorgon right next to
dead
me.
gargan right there. So
And I've never smelled a dead Gorgon, so I wouldn't know.
Now you have.
yep.
Yeah.
It is. They're quite pungent. Is your
Yeah.
assessment? They're very, very, very foul smelling.
These stairs down.
Now you know why they're called the foul spawn, because they smell so foul. Yes, further in there are stairs going down.
Does it look like these creatures came from underneath?
You can make a tracking roll, or
I can't.
I can't.
Well, what does the ranger think?
Yes, sir,
Ranger's
Aiden.
not there.
Yeah, I'm finishing
can you
my
tell if these
perimeter sweep.
Gorgon
So
were traversing from
Fair enough.
the
I'm watching you.
catacomb or not?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Can you tell whether these Gargon were traversing from the inside of this catacomb or not?
Take a look. Try to take a look. Were they coming in or coming out?
Tracking check.
I don't have that. Why would I have that?
You probably should have that. You're a ranger after all.
he's a learner.
I believe we could open it for you.
Okay.
It's good. I have been teaching. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look
He's-
up what
he's been
that opens up at.
Tracking is I smell will.
Oh, I might actually be decent at it.
It's
I smell.
Ula and Ara +3. What's your sun sign?
Perel and Ty. Okay, so that'll open at 15. And is it just straight up 1 or?
Tracking is SB ×2.
Marginal
Oh,
failure.
close.
Close for being new at this. I'm sorry, Straden. I can't really tell. It appears they. I don't know.
You don't know? You have never tracked.
My master.
It's funny. You have an 84 tracking. I'm not sure if you've ever made one.
I have, but not when it mattered.
Where's Sir Aiden on the map?
He's over by the mausoleum to the east.
Yeah.
By the bushes.
Yeah, I'm gonna need like a landmark.
If you
you're
can't
at
see
the
him.
altar temple, go probably 15, 20 squares.
Are you
will
shouting, Sir Aiden, where are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm over here by the dormitory.
Where the hell is that?
Go east.
Yeah.
Follow the sound of my voice.
Which one is
The priest
Stand by
appears
my
to be the priest appears to be almost done. With Lady Bridget.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Well, do these look as fresh or a different age than the other?
They look
myth?
they appear to be their contemporaries.
Okay.
Make a Zanoff. I'm sorry. Zierson and Haffen make an awareness check there. I know you did your tracking, but it's for something else. It is that foul stench that came from the stairs within the Abbey Temple is shared here. There's corruption and rot, decay. It's very strong. It's not coming. It's not coming from the bodies. It's coming from the stairwell.
So I want to inspect the bodies a little bit more and try to determine if they were literally just torn apart by like claws and teeth, or if maybe there's
Tools?
knife marks like somebody butchered them.
Okay.
Is that physician or survival?
I would. I'll give you. I like to average things, so
Okay.
give me between physician and survival.
That's a big swing, by the way.
Oh.
It would be about 75.
Sure. Okay.
Oh.
Success. Okay. You don't see. I mean, you kind of. I assume you're gonna poke at him with a stick. You're gonna pick one up. How much are you? How close are you getting to these things?
I'm probably going to handle it, to be honest. I've dealt with Gargan corpses before. I've made a few.
There's a creek over there. You can wash your hands.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to have to handle them to do this inspection.
Okay. You pick it up. Their bones have been cracked open. They've been largely stripped of flesh, but you don't see any tool marks. You do see what look like tooth marks. It looks like they've been chewed upon. And cracked with some strength. Like
Right.
splintered, opened, marrow sucked out.
Well, I don't know any birds that do that.
Owls don't do that.
Suddenly everybody's curious.
They don't suck things with a beak.
There's no feathers here either, so it must not have been the thing that I saw.
Yeah. They might drop things from up high to crack them like this, but they certainly...
Well, there you go. And then the other animals sucked out the marrow. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. The raccoons came to do that part.
The Father Faradir
Conspiracy.
starts to make his way through the ruins, coming out your direction.
Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on him in case something jumps out at him.
Yeah, I mean, he has his man-at-arms there, so they're
He's fine.
Well, boys, and Dame,
Well,
let's light
there's
some
obviously
torches
a
and
fight of some type here.
So we're done here, right?
No.
no,
we are not done. I have
gotta go
blessed
inside.
I've blessed the altar of the temple of the abbey, but
Oh,
His Grace
we're gonna
says
have to go down these stairs, aren't we?
We gotta find the
that is
tomb.
where I do not believe that the tomb of King Calston is within this graveyard. He would have been entombed in the catacombs beneath this abbey.
All right. Well, take a light stone or a torch, whichever one is handy, and head down.
Torches. It's gonna be excuse me, torches for now.
Yep.
All right. So whoever has a torch, we have to keep track of that because it changes what you have in hand. So you can't have a torch and a sword and a shield.
Oh, so I will carry the torch in my staff. How about that?
That sounds good. So if you have a torch, let me know now, and I will set
I
your
have a
lighting
torch.
now before you go down. So, Embers,
I think I'll go with torch and dagger.
torch and dagger.
Can I have a torch in my hand behind with the shield?
Really?
Spear and magic
You
stone.
need it.
It would blind you actually if you had a torch in front of you in your no. I mean,
Right.
you could.
What you need is a special bracket, like a sconce attached to your shield.
For the front, yes. For the magic stones, which we don't have. So yes, I will tether I will shoulder the shield and have a torch because.
Okay.
I will not have a torch, but I will walk behind Sir Aiden with my sword drawn.
I will also have my sword out.
Oh, you will?
Out.
The other.
Would you prefer I hold a torch for you? Happen?
I've got one. I'll do torch and dagger. Your call. This is this is underground. Delving. It's
Torch
not.
squad.
So I have right now
You do you, man.
Emrys and Sir Aiden. So remember, Sir Aiden, you do not have the shield during this time. You do
I
have your sword.
understand that.
You have no shield. Who else has
Sir
a light
Aiden,
torch?
you should probably just carry your shield because whatever got those Gargan are in here, you probably want a shield.
Yeah, I'll carry a torch
you
for
see what
you.
it did to
I'll
those
stand near you,
bones?
Sir Aiden.
All right.
All right.
Hafen was going
Until
with
I
torch
flee,
and
but still.
dagger.
I will
Make
tell
sure you drop
Thanks.
Make sure you drop your torch if you flee. That way he can see.
Yeah.
All right, so you will light on. Okay, so right now I've got Zierson and Emrys, and also Hafen.
Yes.
I want you to go ahead.
Wait, are the other Lanians coming with us?
Yes. Oh yeah. One of the men-at-arms will have a torch. Give it to that.
I think my bow and staff probably need to stay on the mule, or with somebody who's got hand.
I could carry the staff
Alright,
if you want me to carry the staff. I can carry torch and staff.
All right. Do me a favor, and
It's just
go ahead and
too big to swing
kind of,
down.
give me a. Go ahead and stack up. You can go two abreast. In the order that you're going to go down, descending down, so that you're all like you're marching to the north, and that way I can grab you and then I can scoop you up and move you there to the underground section.
Like so, yeah. Line
So
up
just go ahead
in
and, like-
front of the mausoleum in our marching.
Correct. Yeah. So you can go more or less two abreast. That's fine.
All right. Line up behind me.
So this man at arms. Cleave.
So wait, where are I have a torch? Who else has a torch?
I do. Half and
That's good.
Where are you?
I'm in the front. I'm the.
Okay. I'm
the
2 ranks. There's
Bottom.
one person, yeah, I'm 2 ranks back. All right. I wanted to make sure we have
Bottom
light
column,
on in all areas.
you might want to be in the back with Bridget then.
Yeah, I'll be in the back with Bridget. There. Hey, Bridget. How you doing?
I've already.
Yeah, drop
I'm
back a
already
rank.
I'm already kind of moving you guys in the other.
Yeah, that should be.
Oh.
So your micro adjusting is going to be kind of.
Lost. Okay.
I've already moved on, so it's not going to be super important, at least to start. But as you descend the stairs, it is quite dark, as one would expect, and see what kind of light we got. All right, that looks good. All right, and the smell just gets more and more noxious, eye-wateringly bad as you descend down. And you come into a chamber. You're now in the catacombs beneath Xanoff. And this abbey was active for quite some time. So the catacombs are somewhat
Lots
extensive.
of dead people.
This room was probably once probably held some caskets and
where they did the embalming, maybe.
yeah, and some tombs, but there's nothing but rubble and pieces of old wood on the ground. It looks like it has been either looted or just decayed over time. Nothing too recent really seems to have been in play in this particular room. Hold on a second.
So, do we have a tracker who can tell us whether or not something has come through this room and what direction they went?
Sure.
Question
I can
says
certainly
just
try.
jump over them.
I mean, in theory you do. Oh, it's just ridiculous.
You
Well,
guys
no,
are-
that was me. I had to get the bad roll out of the way.
So how about this hallway?
Yeah, I will look ahead of it.
82.
Okay.
This is where I'm tracking.
Yeah, no.
Donna.
I was going to try to address what you see or hear. You see some. It is dusty down here, and there is some blood on the ground. Fair amounts of it. Mostly
He's
dried.
been here recently.
It looks like there's been maybe some combat here, or whatever happened to the Gargan may have happened in this room. There's some bone chips, and there are some footprints on the ground. The prints are a little wider. They're barefoot. There are discernible toes, unlike the Nola, unlike the troll that you dealt with. But the feet seem very wide and very flat. And you even note in a few places where the step, like where they came on the ball of their foot, you see notable marks in the dust where the feet appear to have been clawed to some degree. Like their toenails were very long, or they had claws on their toes.
More Gargan.
It's too big for Gargan, right?
It is larger than a Gargan footprint. It's about a human-sized footprint, but a little wider, and not quite the same shape as a human would be.
I'm not really sure what this. Although there's those things. Maybe this is okay. Couple of things possible, but I'm gonna hold here for 20 seconds, 30 seconds. I'm gonna stealth along forward, the front of the group.
Now you are carrying a light while stealthing, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm more or less trying to be quiet than hidden.
Okay.
Is it too smart to send him ahead with a torch? Just saying.
He's trying to be quiet, not hidden.
Right. I'm waiting till he's moving away before I say that.
Basically say that, and he says,
I I can hear better when
I'm trying to
you're
be quiet.
You are coming along the corridor, and you
Emrys
see
yells, "You're
for
holding a
moment
torch."
a shadowy form that with a kind of a slapping of footsteps moves away from you very quickly. You see it was just a looks like a naked, low to the ground, misshapen, somewhat human-like figure that went
Was it
scurrying away.
almost quadruped-like, or was it bipedal?
It was. This isn't Bridget speaking, but it was low to the ground, and it was hunched over, and it was moving mostly on its. In each of those little alcoves, there are they're like ossuaries,
Right.
Bones just piled up in there, but a lot of them have been recently just spilled out on the ground, and like they've been rummaged through. And you hear that those footsteps just slapping away in the distance and moving away from you, going further down into the catacombs, wherever that passageway goes.
So does Harn have undead?
Yes. and pray that it's not that. I'll wait at the end of the corridor for the others to catch up.
The way it was moving, it was more. I'm sure that you've encountered Golmorvan or Amorvan or something like that. I mean, there are other things, but it was moving more fluidly than the herky jerky motions that the Golmorvan may do.
Right.
It was agile. It was fast. It darted.
If I thought it was Morven or Golmorvan, I would not be down here.
Yeah, you didn't get that impression from just the way it moved.
Okay, it was like
you could go educate them and our audience on Golmorvan and Amorvan right now if you want to. Because
let's talk about it.
And as you saw that thing and got closer to it, that smell of that odor of putrefaction was even more intense. The stink seemed to kind of come from it.
So I saw something. So yeah, I'll come back and get everybody together, quietly talk. Yeah, this spot.
Fair says maybe we can. This room has just one way in. We can
slip all the way.
I'll have one and then watch the entrance.
I'll catch you up. It was a low to the ground, but roughly man-sized creature of some sort. It was a little bulky, but it was shadowy, so it's hard to tell. Definitely stank to it, but I don't believe. Worry about which are
you break up a little bit there.
Which are Amorvan and Golmorvan are the terms for undead, created by Morgathian's unholy rituals and spirits, and they are, of course, supernaturally difficult to dispatch. Fight one, killing it doesn't work. It's already dead. It doesn't stop. Buff an arm, you can run it through. Literally have them to a pulp, into non-condition to stop.
Can you just burn them?
Like you could burn a hog, spit. It would take a long time. They're not dry, crusty, mummified things that go up like a torch. Dry hay
doesn't make a difference either.
What's that, Ted or Emrys?
If you cut off a head, they're still gonna.
If given the option, I would do that. They can't find you without eyes, so they. Okay. I don't know if they would fall apart at that stage. Or
I was thinking they're dead, so their eyes don't really work. But
well, you'd think that, but their arms and legs work, so I don't really know how it works.
Okay.
If you have the opportunity to ask a Morgathian, don't.
Don't. All right.
Happens.
So effectively, we have to dismember them to a point where they can no longer move or function.
I'm telling you legends about what I think it's not, because I went to spook insufferable, I suppose. Yes,
So-
Bridget?
From a risk assessment standpoint, is it wise to continue this? Like, are these unbeatable enemies that it
No.
will cause extreme loss of life?
This is not an undead. This is not an Amorphin or Golmorphin. This is
Oh, okay.
a creature feeding on carrion, something that's actually alive and just here trying to survive. Maybe it's intelligent, not. But I think it's just a carrion eater that lives in dark caves and small places. Could be an
We can
Abashu,
handle
it could
that.
be a number of other things.
Faraday says, and I would not give up on our mission now. These foul things are defiling this ancient holy place. Do you think there's just the one? Would just one of these be able to slay that many Gargan and feed on them in that amount?
That's unlikely.
So there's probably more than one of them.
There's probably more than one. If they'd only,
Perfect.
I mean, I would think we could chase them out, unless
They were
they've
not
made
armed.
their.
He was not. They were not armored. You did not see.
I did not.
No tools,
no-
no weapons.
No.
Well then, let's see why we good hardy knights such as ourselves could not fall upon them and rid them
Just,
of this place.
When we get close, try to hold your breath, and don't through your nose.
Well, on that note, lead on. I'll catch them up in a second.
So we're not talking fast zombies or anything like that. Okay.
All right. You come around the corner. Let's go ahead and catch everybody up. Stop right there. Just get ourselves in place. Everybody kind of get behind half and in position because in this nice tight area. It's fun that way.
It didn't say wait for me or that I was sneaking ahead. Right on my.
Everybody's I thought was kind of moving along, so that's why.
I was keeping pace because I didn't want him to get into a fight by himself.
Okay. All right, so we'll just go ahead and do initiatives because you come around the corner and this one's going to basically come springing out at you as you come around the corner.
Which corner?
There's a corner ranger.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
I'm not bird.
Wait, not the initiative roll button.
Yeah, hit the initiative roll button to get on the chart, but otherwise we're going to rearrange it based on your initiative roll.
Oh.
Did I hit that right? Ooh. Oh. Ooh.
Okay. Sort it out. Oh, it didn't roll. Damn it. I thought I rolled the check. Okay. Okay, I did earlier. Never mind. I'll take that back. All right, so critical successes. Do we have any critical successes?
Me.
All right. You will go to the top.
All right. Better view from up here.
Any other close successes?
Filthy ghoulish figure.
Apparently
Yeah.
not, in fact.
Nope. Feel free to just take care of both of them, Dame Bridget. You can do it.
That's the plan.
All right. Marginal successes. Tell me if you got marginal success.
Marginal success.
All right. Anybody else with a marginal success? Emrys, was that a success?
That was a marginal failure.
Okay. I'm missing Sir Aiden. Sir Aiden, did you roll?
I did. I rolled a critical failure.
Ooh, okay. You're not on the chart though, so I was trying to bring you up, but I'll do it for you. Sir Aiden, you're a critical failure in the back. Got it. The number's not important. It's just how you go through it. All right. So Faradir.
I'm missing. I got a margin.
You got a what? What'd you get?
Marginal failure for half.
Okay. Bring you up. Here's your. Have you highlighted? Here's your. I don't see it. I saw it a second ago. I don't see it now. Roll for yourself. Just bring it up. Just hit it. There we go. Thank you. You are a marginal failure. Okay. You'll be ahead of Emrys. I'm just gonna give more successes to Faradir and company. Keep things moving along easy. Okay, that's good. I like that a lot. All right, Lady Bridget, you see Hafen suddenly startle in front of you, and he seems to be hesitating for a moment. Okay, so you can react first.
Okay. I put my hand on his shoulder and push past him to see what he's looking at.
So you move between. It is a cramped confines here, so you kind of move. You make your way through, and look and see in the light of his flickering torch, a creature. It's not. This is what it looks like. It's not in the same setting, but that shows here. But it looks like that.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, nice old chap.
So he's friendly that way. So you moved a little
So-
bit. Go ahead.
His mouth is agape and looking at me like that.
Well, it is a representation of what it is, not necessarily
Okay.
exactly what it looks like in this moment. That is what the creature is.
Okay.
You could move to this point here with the rest of your movement and take a swing at it.
Sounds good to me. So I need to do
You can go there.
I need to roll, right?
Mhm.
I need to roll. I'm going to see if I can remember this from memory. It's under skills combat broadsword.
Yeah, it's that there's that chart that has all of your weapons and stuff. So it's going to be the one that
Yeah.
has. So it's your there you go. What did you roll? Marginal failure. It will dodge.
I rolled my broadsword at it.
So it is very fast. You roll you marginally fail your attack with your sword, and it will dodge. Critical success, which gives it an immediate tactical advantage.
Oh
So
God.
it nimbly jumps out of the way, and taking advantage of the opening that you've left it, it claws at you with horrible, filthy,
Ugh.
disgusting claws. Good thing you're covered in armor. That helps. How are you defending against what could be a success?
Gonna block it with my
Okay.
sword.
Do you have a light or have a shield?
I guess I have a shield.
Yeah, those work. Shields work great, so no reason not to.
So I've never rolled a shield before.
It's there. It's going to be your defensive mastery level with the shield. Shields are very
Okay.
effective. Do you see it there?
No.
The
Where
same
is
place
it
where the
under again?
same place where the broadsword was.
Oh, Night Shield. Got it.
You got it. Okay. So as it counterstrikes at you, basically, or as it gets a tactical advantage, you get critical success against its marginal success.
If that is, did he get
Gives
a?
you,
That should give him a
yes,
tactical advantage unless there's 2 in 1 player turn.
okay, and that gives you now a tactical advantage to counterstrike it because
Yeah, I'm gonna come down on his head.
overextends itself as it claws at you. So
Okay.
imagine this kind of twisting combat. It dodges and then claws and then kind of gets off balance, and you try to hammer it on top of the head. That's kind
Yeah.
of what's happening here.
I'm gonna roll broadsword again.
Okay. So what I like to do for subsequent attacks with tactical advantage is you have to do a different kind of attack. So
Oh.
you swung the first time, but you stab this time. Okay. So you'll
Okay.
use the piercing attack this time, or you smack it with the palm. I like to do that tactical advantage. You have to use a different aspect of the weapon. So I figured that you swung the first time and it lunged in, and then you stabbed at it because that was the easiest blow to do next. I just think it's more fun.
Okay.
It
That's
gets all
fair.
it gets all the aspects of the weapon in play. Okay, so it will again dodge, and it dodges out of the way, and that will end its turn. Or your turn.
Okay.
That was your turn. Now it is its
Yeah.
turn.
Well, my head's spinning.
Yeah, there's this brief flurry of activity as they're trying to get each other, and they're very fast and agile. And do that one first, and it immediately now it is its turn, and it
Oh my
claws at
God.
you. Yeah, I know. It claws at you and fails. You can still make a block. It might give you an advantage.
It tickled me.
Well, you still make a block check or a parry, whichever one you want.
Don't just ignore. You got to do something.
You gotta do something.
Okay.
You still
That's fair.
marginal failure still may hit you. So
So I can do Night Shield again?
yep.
Okay.
Okay, so that he misses.
That's a
And that
tactical
turn-
advantage.
What? Marginal failure, marginal success.
Yes. That's why blocking is so good.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So
So
I
Just
You can,
remember, you can only get one tactical advantage per event. So
so you can swing at it.
can I bash him if I want to? Like just bash the hell out of him with my shield?
Yeah, that's your shield has an attack. Hit the AML on the
Okay.
shield.
Okay. Let's do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and just like football bash him.
Okay.
Or check him. Body check him. Okay, so I'll hit the
It's a blunt
Night
attack.
Shield.
And the attack,
Okay.
not the AML, not the DML.
Okay. All I have is a SB and an MML next to my Night Shield.
It's in the chart. It should have a few things there.
Go
Yeah,
down
down
to
where
the
your
combat
weapons are.
profile under the weapons.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So no blood drawn either side. However, there is another one. It comes out of the darkness
Oh my
and
god.
it attacks you. I believe he has a. Does he have an advantage now? Because there's two combating her. Isn't that the case, guys?
Yeah, potentially just a +10
Just
for 2-on-1.
just a +10.
Mm.
Okay. You may block.
Okay.
All right. You get that tactical advantage. Go ahead and use it.
All right. Pretty fast pace. All right, I'm gonna use my broadsword again.
Okay. You're holding him off.
Trying.
There you go. Landed a blow on that one.
Finally.
So, dodge, marginal failure, marginal success. So it's going to, so roll your damage roll.
Okay.
As long as your token is highlighted, it's in the upper left.
All right. So I hit damage roll. It's Can I just say medium or can I
It's
pick
it's
where?
no, it's medium. It's medium.
Okay. And then weapon impact value. I forgot to check.
It's going to
have to
be
go back and-
what's on your weapon.
Yeah, I have to go back and.
Edge is probably 5 or 6.
Where I think she's at a point though. She's her DTAs are usually going to be a stab, but it could be either one.
Weapon value. You said WV or WQ?
WQ is weapon quality. That determines whether it breaks or not. So your weapon, looking at your broadsword, is
It says 3,
the
I
edge.
think.
The edge aspect is 5. So it's going to be
Okay.
1d6 plus 5.
Okay. It said 3 next to mine, but whatever. Okay.
Oh, for pierce edge, do an edge strike. That's fine.
Okay.
Ow, that's a lot.
Thorax
Right in the chest.
for 11.
For 11 points.
How much protection does he have?
Against edge 4.
So
he takes
7 go through.
7 goes through.
So thorax of 7 will be an S2. No extra rolls.
Okay. S2. Oh, I didn't throw this at you. Bridget, make a Hafen and Bridget, make me as the stench of these things gets closer to you and starts to surround you. Take your will times 4 and roll under that, please.
Okay.
So whatever your will is, times 4, roll
My
that.
will's 12.
12 times 4, 48. Roll D100 and see if you roll under 48.
All right.
Hafen, do the same, please.
D100. Did it
So-
go?
What's that?
Oh, it went. Never mind.
It went. Okay.
I'm okay.
You're okay.
I'm
So
okay.
what is your smell taste attribute, Bridget?
My smell taste attribute? Okay.
Actually, you're not quite okay. So your smell attribute times 2 is a penalty on you, Hafen.
Oh.
Even with a success. Like your eyes are watering. I mean, it is literally not figuratively. Literally, you are just nauseated and eye-wateringly. They're that horrible smelling. So your smell taste, Bridget, is whatever it is times 3. So your smell taste attribute.
I'm trying to look that up. So
11.
it's
So 11 times 3 is that you have a penalty. What is it called? Yes, you have a minus 33 penalty,
ew.
along with your whatever other penalties you got for which you don't have to figure in right now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have that catch up with you now because I didn't do it the first round, but we're gonna have it catch up with you now. However, the first one is very wounded. It has definitely been quite. It's a serious wound. It's a serious.
Does that make it stink more?
Don't ask that question.
Sorry.
All right.
Let's make it worse.
Zirson, you see this flurry of activity as Lady Bridget is holding off attacks quite well. I mean, you're fairly impressed back there in the dim light as these things are desperately clawing at her, and she's smacking it with shields and shield pressing them back, and you hear this horrible screeching scream as one of them is rended by her sword, and you get your wits about you and you're up.
Do we have a light source in the rear or no?
This guy right here is a light source.
Okay. Because I don't think I can get in to do anything, so I'm just a good light source for everybody. So I'll just move up a little bit closer so Sir Aiden and everybody can see something, but I really don't want to push through and I don't have anything ranged that can do anything right now.
I think you can move past us if we're not.
Oh, I think so too, but I'm not going to do that.
He sees that thing. I could, but I don't want to.
I'm leaving room for Sir Aiden to get in there.
Oh, so solid no. Oh.
I'll nod, understanding that you're letting me.
You're the one wearing armor.
Yes.
Look how good she's doing with the shield. You can do that, right?
Faradir is. Faradir is going to order his men at arms forward. Half in Europe.
I'll unmute myself, and then I'm going to slide forward, actually, and I'm going to stab at him when I end over
Smart. Thank you.
But I'm going at it with my dagger.
That is one that has been hit, so he's
And I'll go high. I'll go high.
Okay. Stab him in the face. All right. He will dodge. He is at a minus. He should be at a minus 10 at least with a serious wound. Yep. He marginally succeeds, so kind of a standoff. Emrys.
Help. I will begin chanting about the awesomeness of Albara.
And what is that going to do?
And that's the feat of Albara. Let me see if it works. Sorry. The feat of Albara. Oh, look at that. A marginal success. So plus 20 on dependent skills, and I will do that on...
Sir Aiden's right there. Do you have to touch, or is it range?
No. Vision. Sight.
Okay.
So this is... who is that?
That's Hafen.
That's Hafen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, well, Hafen just got a lot more dex. What do we call it here? Yeah, dex. Dexterous.
You got more dexterous. You are more dexterous, Hafen. So any dex affected skills.
All dependent skills are plus 20.
So your dodge would be plus 20. Whatever skills are based on. Actually, your dodge would not be because that's based on agility. But your dagger skill would certainly be plus 20. So you suddenly feel more dexterous.
And your dex is 50%, has a 50% increase. So all dependent skills are plus 20. Your dex is a 50% increase.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
This man at arms
Cool.
starts muscling his way forward. I mean, he gets about there, trying to figure out where to go next. This one's going to say that one is going to stay with Father Faradir. Aiden, you're up.
Obviously. And I will.
Make that will check for me, please.
Okay.
As you wade in there amongst the stench.
Uh,
Will times 4. roll me a D100. Just do that, and we'll figure it out from there.
What is it? /R D100.
Yep. You have quite the will, so
Yes.
that's a 60 for you.
So I have a minus 15.
Yeah, because your smell taste is terrible. No,
yeah, my smell's terrible.
missing half your nose is actually proving some of a benefit to you. Like I was built to fight these things.
yeah, I was thinking that when you first said that.
You're minus 10. You're semi-minimally affected. So anytime you make a skill check, put a minus 10 on that when that window comes up. Okay.
All right. So I'm swinging my broadsword at it.
Gotcha. You have your shield too.
So
he is also a
minus 10 in my.
I put a minus 10 in there because of
Yep.
the stench.
Yeah.
But margin of failure. He
Wow.
will dodge, but he is now at minus 20. Well, he is dodging multiple opponents right now, so he is in a bad way. So minus 10 plus the damage he took. So his dodge is now. Oh, he managed to dodge that. Right now he is at minus 20 on his dodge checks. So,
why do I have the additional? Oh, because I'm wearing so much armor. That's right.
Lady Bridget, you are finally up again. You do have another one here. This is the one that you wounded, but Hafen and Sir Aiden seem to be on that one.
Okay. Then I'm going to turn on the other one. And they're behind me, or I see them. I see the other one.
It's right there.
Okay. I just want to know if it was like in my line of vision.
You can barely see in the light. It is right there.
Okay. I'm going after it. So I will take a stab at it. I'll roll for broadsword.
Okay. And that one's the fresh one. We'll dodge.
Yeah.
And that's a standoff.
Okay.
It will attack you. You are sort of engaged by 2, so you'll be at minus 10 on your defense roll, whatever that is. It is clawing.
Okay.
It is clawing at you.
And I have to put the negative 10 in the
Correct.
input value.
It will hit you unless you do something really good.
Okay. So minus
minus
symbol
10
10.
on your block check, I assume.
Or I was going to use a night shield, but do block.
That's what you're blocking with your night shield. That's what you're
Okay.
There you go. That's how it's done.
Even though negative 10.
You totally needed that because it was going to hit you.
Wow.
Block. That is a block.
Okay, so now what?
That's it.
Then the
Next
other
person.
one.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, you both.
He swung at you, and you desperately blocked it, and you block it. This one is going to attack. You're there, Hafen. He is at minus 10 to hit, but that's already figured in the math. So, Hafen, it is coming at you. Filthy claws, and it is bleeding pretty badly out of a wound in its chest. But that we figured into the math.
Yeah, don't roll it yet. Don't hit the button.
Oh, why? He failed.
I'll just dodge.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't put mine.
That's all right.
Anyway.
You roll 36, so you're good.
I was contemplating counter-striking, but...
Oh, okay.
You don't want to do that after you already know what they rolled. I understand.
Right.
Okay. I'll slow it down next time.
I
So
shouldn't take more than a
it
few
definitely
seconds to
seems
decide, but
it's definitely wounded and is more desperately flailing at you, and you easily dodge out of the way. Dave, you're up. David Zierson, you're up.
actually, do I get a tactical advantage on that?
Not on dodges. You need to
For
block.
critical failure?
I don't know that there's a way for me
Yeah,
to
Oh, hold
get
on.
in
No,
there.
let's see. Critical
you
fail to a marginal success is, yeah. Okay, you're good. Defender
DTA.
tactical advantage, yeah.
DTA, go ahead.
I don't think I can really get in there still, can I?
Yeah, well, let's finish Halfen's turn. Sorry. He has a DTA.
Oh, he has more to go? I'm sorry.
Nah. Smells too bad. I'm not touching that thing. I wish I had my longer staff.
He's at -10 because he's engaged with 2 people. Marginal failure. That probably is the turn.
No, that's just nothing.
Okay. Zirson, you have your bow out. I mean, if you wanted to like start plunking shots in there.
I just don't know that. I don't know the rules on it if I'm not going to really risk.
There is a risk.
You take a minus
Oh.
to hit, and if you would have hit normally, you hit one of your buddies.
Yeah, I don't want to hit a buddy.
Okay,
I'm not particularly good at shooting, so I'm not going to do that.
that's fair.
I'll stay back in case somebody gets in trouble. I'll help them out.
All right. Faradir is sent his guy in. Halfen, you're up.
Yeah, I'll go in again with my dagger. Try to hold my breath better this time.
You had a good. He's wounded, but he's not at the point where he's taking shock rolls.
Right. That's a good one.
Is anybody who is in combat holding a torch?
I am.
Yeah, Halfen is.
Okay.
All right.
That's why I have
Critical
the
failure
little
on the
poker.
block. Marginal success. It is attacker 2. You get a good shot in there. That may be the one that takes him out.
And what's their point protection? Is it universal or is it dependent? Hit him in the head for 11.
For 11.
How much?
Face. Point protection is 3.
So it turns to be 8. It's going to be an S2. So if he's been hit before, he's probably got a pretty decent shock roll.
True. However, we will make a shock roll for him. Success. Wow. Look at that. 2, 2, 1, 3 in that shot.
Ones and twos, huh?
Oh my god. That's the kind of shock roll you need, don't you? However, none of you guys have been hit yet. Zeus, Halfen, make a awareness check. I know you're in the middle of combat, but
Still. Do you want to penalize me on this or just
yeah, you're
straight
still
up?
penalized. It's the same
Right.
penalty. It's affecting everything.
Okay. And yeah.
You hear you hear footsteps coming from basically behind you. There's appear to be some coming from the other direction. That or the Telda decide to come and visit you, which is probably unlikely.
Unlikely. They won't come down here. I am going to scoot back then and kind of turn to be ready.
Okay. You don't see them yet, but you hear them.
Yeah. Yeah, Zerson. I'm going to yell at Zerson.
There's, you hear Halfen calling you.
Is he pointing?
Yeah, well, I'm
Is he waving me over?
waving you towards me. You can't see me. I'm actually physically waving.
So you said
Like, get up
Zerson,
here.
so I said Haffen.
I know you are. Get up here.
Okay, I'll run that way on my next turn.
Emrys, you hear that. You hear Halfen saying, Zerson, get up here. And he disengages from the one he's fighting there in the corner. Emrys. Ted.
Stop
He's
muting.
moving.
You can't hear what I'm saying. We have a lady knight and a knight on that one in the corner.
Yeah, they're
right?
they're beating on pretty good, but yeah.
Can I hit with my staff from here to there, or do I have to be right next to him?
you could poke at him with it. It's that's what's the reach on staff? How does that work? How does that work in this game?
Kind of the answer is kind of no.
That's a good question.
Unless it's like a lance.
If it was a long spear with fangs on the end of it, that would work because that's what it's going to be in a second.
If it was a spear, I'd say you could kind of muscle in there and poke at it. But a staff, it's not the most effective way to use a staff. I would give you. I'll tell you what. I'll let you do it, but I'll give you a blunt aspect of 1. Because you're not using a staff like, hammering with a staff, you're poking them with a staff.
Well, he said he's going to do something magic with it, so...
Well, are you going to do something magic?
I'm going to do that. And it's a critical failure.
Okay.
So it didn't work.
Not going to do it.
That's what you're going to do, and you did it.
It's like I stick my staff forward and no.
Oh, it bit you.
No, it doesn't happen. Nothing happened.
Look at...
This man-at-arms...
Oh. I suffer a bite. I have an H3 bite.
You have an H3 bite?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's venom. You have venom. You've been venomized.
Click on yourself and
ouch!
Click on yourself and hit the high. Well, let me do it. So let's see, damage roll high since you're holding your staff up. Well, no, it'll be medium since it's a staff, right? Submit. Weapon value is 3. Submit 1 dice.
So it's a bite, so that'd be point, right?
No, it's not. I don't think that's it. I think that mainly the point is that you've been poisoned. I don't think the location is as important as the fact that you have an H3 poison on you.
Well, it says transform a staff into a brown-yellow striped serpent for the duration. So it would turn into a serpent, and by this, it hit him in the chest for...
So it bit me in the chest. All right.
That's not the important part.
Nice.
The important part is that you've been poisoned. That's the thing.
I've poisoned myself.
You've poisoned yourself. The significance of it is that you've poisoned yourself.
Yeah, and what is your chest protection for your thorax?
Cloth.
I think it's cloth. I think all I wear is cloth. I think. Thorax, tunic and robe, 2s.
So that's going to take a. So you're going to take an S2 to the chest. And whatever you have to do about the poison or whatever it does.
Well, that's the significant thing is the fact that it's poison.
Yeah, so I got poisoned. I didn't hit myself with my staff. My staff bit me.
Your staff
so I have an H3 poison.
Yeah, I'm going to rule that the wound itself.
Oh no! So take that all back. Okay, I'm reading it more. So you now have a H3 wound to the chest. So you're going to be at minus 15.
That's poison.
And it heals at ×3 rate.
Huh.
Which sucks.
I think that the point of that is, because sometimes the Harn stuff is not worded very well, is that he got bit by it, on the arm, it doesn't matter where, that he got bit.
This is Emrys.
Yeah. He got bit, so look at Physician 4. Poisons are treated as infections, except the interval between healing rolls are shortened to suit the toxicity at GM discretion. It's not a good idea to make daily rolls with a poison that is fatal in 5 minutes. I'm not sure what that means. A large dose of deadly poison is H1, small dose of mild poison is H5.
So this is a moderate poison.
Right, so GM may assign a healing rate for venomous bite or roll 2d3 minus 1. So it's an H3 poison. So
and a moderate wound.
The wound is not important. The wound is not a thing. It is an H3. He has an H3 poison. Is what he has. It is treated like an infection. So, so you'll roll on the healing table every so often to see whether you recover from the poison or not. I'm not gonna make you do it right now, but you've been
minutes or so between rolls, probably. maybe 10 minutes or an hour.
So you've been, so the actual damage, snakes don't do a lot of damage to your flesh. It's the poison that's the problem. So you have an H3 poison, which is treated like an infection that requires a healing roll every so often. So I'm not going to do it immediately, but you know that you just got poisoned by your own snake, which is embarrassing.
Oh, that sucks. I hold up the torch so everyone can see.
Okay.
Where did the snake come from?
What the heck? You cast the spell. You're holding the torch up, not the torch, the staff up, and for a moment it turns into a snake and bites you on the arm, and then immediately turns into a staff again. And you're like, oh man. And you know it burns. Like you know that you've been poisoned by this stick. Oh, Ilvir, you're such a card. Hafen, one of the guards comes in and forms up next to you.
Oh, okay, good. I like him there. Where he was a second ago, I didn't like him, but that's great.
Yeah, he moves into there, and he looks a little pensive. Like what is it?
It's something that needs to die.
The other one stays by Faradir. Sir Aiden, you're up.
All right.
You see at the
We'll
corner
say
of your
something's
eye
coming.
that Emerson's staff turned to a snake, bit him on the arm, turned back into a stick again.
I would laugh, but I'm too busy swinging my sword.
Fair enough.
So.
Oh, so this is pretty serious. It's 1 minute between rolls.
1 minute between rolls is like a really harsh way to go about it. So it could be less than
But that's the whole point, because it's for combat. So yeah, it's pretty harsh, but it's supposed to be. So yeah.
And I get the -10 because of the smell still.
Yes. Yeah, that's gonna stay with you. All right. This may be the end of him. Oh yeah, that's what you wanted. You're giving him the old beat down. It is the circle of death. The death
Damage
spiral
roll.
that Harn is.
Medium. Impact is 5.
So as a dodge.
So it's 2d6.
Yeah, so as a A2. So
2d6.
Yeah.
Edge.
Did you guys get a bonus to edge from being blessed? Or was it a bonus to hit from being blessed?
There's a bonus to the sword.
all right, 7
He
points.
added it into my sword value.
Oh, okay.
It'll be a moderate
7.
wound. 7 minus the edge impact. So
What was it,
it'll
like
be a moderate
3?
wound.
It's a 4. Yeah, M1.
However, another shock roll, which he fails. That one goes down.
Can I do? I don't see anything else coming, so I would move forward.
Like it's dead.
It's or in shock or unconscious or on the ground quivering or it's not
Seated.
Oh, coup de
effective in
grace.
combat.
That's what it requires.
It's not effective in combat for the moment at the very least. Lady Bridget, you are up.
Okay, I am gonna take another stab at my friend here. So let me roll that, and I have to put -33 in my input value.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's so stinky.
Because they are so stinky.
Take a bath. Have some
I
self
don't smell anything. What's your problem?
All right. This one's fresh. You have not.
Oh,
you have not
God.
hit this one. Yeah, I know.
A wave of disgustingness washes
All
over
right, I think
me.
that's just a wash. So it dodges. Your attack was a critical failure. It was a critical martial failure. That's a wash.
Attacker stumbles.
Okay, that's it.
No,
That's it.
attacker stumbles.
All right, well, whatever.
Attacker stumbles.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
make a
she's got to
stumble.
make a
All right, let me do.
agility test.
I didn't see that.
I just hit stumble,
Critical
right?
fail to a marginal fail is attacker stumble.
All right, well, I rolled stumble, and
Okay, you're good.
like when it says I successfully stumbled,
No, you successfully stayed
that
on your
means
feet.
okay, that means I didn't stumble.
Correct.
You get the
Yeah,
minus
it's like
33 to that.
It's like a stumble save. You succeeded your stumble save.
Yeah. Some of
Oh,
the
it crit fails on its attack on you. How are you responding to that? I should ask you this before I attack. So
I would like to raise the pommel of my sword over its head and bring it down really hard.
all right, so it comes in and you smash it, aiming high. Got it.
All right, so but I have to do broadsword for that. Okay.
Correct. Still your
But
broadsword skill. You're just using the blunt aspect of it.
fair enough.
Oof, nice.
Okay.
That is
I guess it's gonna try to dodge that. It is at minus 10.
Oh, it can't.
Oh,
no,
well,
no.
That
that's
was
right.
It was a
her
counter strike, so
yeah.
that's a hit.
So
So do I
critical
go to damage?
success to a marginal.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'll give it to you this time. But I need to.
Yeah.
We need to announce it better next time.
Yeah.
So,
So best thing to do is ask them what they're gonna do for their defense,
before I roll
and
the
then
attack.
yeah, and then so it's gonna be 3 dice, Bridget, and you were aiming high.
Okay, so target location high,
3
and
dice.
then okay, weapon impact value still 5, right?
No, because
No,
you said
it's
blunt.
It's the blunt
Okay.
aspect.
3.
Damn it, I don't know what the blunt is. Okay, hold on.
It's right there. It's on the chart. Broadsword, blunt aspect is 3.
Okay. Do that again.
Still clubbing him with a big hunk of metal. So
Oh, my damage roll thing went away. Okay.
It probably went to the background.
Oh, I can't recover it. I don't know.
Just go back to damage. Just go back and do it all over again.
Okay.
So high, 3, and then 3.
There we go.
You find it?
Yeah, I got it.
Ooh.
13 plus 3 is 14, and he had what? 3 was his blunt on his arm?
13 plus 3 is 14?
No, well, no, it's not. It's 16. I'm trying to do the math in my head. I was thinking minus 2 for blunt would be 14. I didn't just say it out loud. What's the blunt aspect for his arm, Devin?
it's universal, and it is blunt is 6. They're pretty.
Oh, okay, 6. So it's going to be 10. So, but it's still a good hit.
Still a good hit.
10 to the upper arm is going to be an S2, and he's going to make a fumble roll if he has something in his hand as a weapon,
He's not carrying anything. So
and then he just needs to make a shock roll.
which he will make. I'm not even bother.
All right.
Let me set all the missions here. So that was Lady Bridget. Oh wait, I messed it all. I messed it all up.
It's Dave's turn.
Okay.
No, it should be Emrys's turn now,
All right.
because
hold on,
it swung at her, right?
I didn't mean to order it like.
Yeah.
It automatically reordered it wrongly.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It doesn't really matter at this point.
It's Heffen's turn.
It's just a mess at this point. So.
Oh, I see. It got reordered.
Slide me back till after Zirson.
Yeah, it should be Dave's turn. Zeus's turn next.
So
Well, I thought there's somebody between me and.
Yeah, the bad guys.
Oh, okay.
One of the man at arms was, but he.
In that case, the plan is to move next to and behind Haffen, hand him his staff, get my bow out, and see what he was calling me over for.
all right. That was Dave. 3. Okay. Okay. Male, he just got beat on in his turn because he dodged so badly. So, Dave. All right. So coming up the corridor.
Do we need to move Zirson or figure?
Yeah, I want to move to there. Give Haffen his staff back, And if there's something I can shoot, I will shoot half it in the back trying to hit it.
Well, when he hands me my staff, I'm taking a knee and turning around so I can let him shoot over me. That was the plan.
There's a different figure amongst. So there's the another one of the hulking figures that you've seen. But there's another one that looks different behind it. It looks female, equally revolting. It looks like that.
50, 80, 90, 100. And
How luid.
what's that?
How luid.
How lurid and lewd.
That's the way it's looking at me, right?
And is looking at you just like that, just like Mindy did.
It's Valentine's
Still nope.
Day.
Nope.
I gotta give her my wallet.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, it's the other game. Oh man. And
The question: does Xerxen get a shot before it engages melee?
Well, you need to learn about what she likes first.
I
give her a pearl necklace.
Xerxen threw a lot of actions in there, so.
Okay. I walk over, hand him the thing, and get the bow ready to fire my next turn.
Okay. The
150, 180, 200, 209, even.
the one that's coming at you, as it's charging at you, what is it with all these weird things? You feel this happen. You feel this kind of fog, kind of try to intrude on your mind. And, they're not great at this, so it fails. So that's that. But the female in the back, you could see that it was kind of like, I'm doing hand motions that you can't see, but it is doing something and seems to be concentrating. And as it's concentrating in the darkness, you can just see it there, and it pauses and it kind of grimaces and clenches its fists and stares at you. And while she's doing that, you feel like you swoon for just kind of half a second, but catch yourself. And you're like, oh, not this again.
Why am I always in the front? Oh wait, no, I remember.
All right, Ember Syrup. I might be out of order, but it's okay. Ember Syrup.
So I need to make a save, right?
Every minute. These are like every couple of minutes. This is only like 10 seconds.
So do I need to do that now for the future, or like, because I haven't saved yet? I just got the wound.
Yet. Yeah, the poison is still it's still burning, but not yet.
Coursing through my body.
It hasn't reached any place important yet.
If you have something to do about it, you can do it with that, like in a combat round. Physician kind of takes minutes as well. So,
I don't have something to do about it, so I'm moving
still
forward,
kind of
and yeah, this is going to be bad. And you still have that dex bonus, don't you?
I do, and
I'm just going to. Oh, I guess I could like hold my wound and hold up my.
It is not much of a wound, but you're like
my torch.
You know that you are. You know that you've been poisoned. That's the thing. You know that you.
Well, yes, I know I've been poisoned. Oof. I could turn someone into Ilvir's child. No.
And they'll bite you too.
No, because
that might not go over with Faradir very well.
Right, yeah. Stopping. All right. Okay, so I'm going to hold up my torch and give moral support and consider my option.
As you start to sweat on your sweat starts to glisten on your forehead and you feel a little lightheaded. Sir Aiden, you're up.
I will do the pokey thing again.
Good girl.
Like slashy, but you get the drift.
Sure, slashy. Minus 10. Get up. Oh, I did.
So happen you're going to have that dex bump for 10 minutes, by the way.
Okay.
Marginal failure in your attack.
That was the wrong weapon. That was my lance.
Okay.
You want me to?
Yeah, just go ahead and reroll. That's fine.
All right.
Just to throw some information, Emrys, you do have a spell called Feet of Albra, which you could use to increase an attribute, which could be stamina, to help you make your healing rate.
Which I just used on Hafen, right? So I could try that on myself, I guess. Can I do that, Devin?
You can cast on yourself.
Okay, I will try to do that on my turn next.
Right. So I am thinking about dropping my my torch here.
Okay.
It'll just burn on the floor, okay, for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, sure. It's not.
That seems reasonable. Okay. Yep. I'll drop it. Take my flail staff in proper 2 hands and give this thing a clunk head. I said on the head, so yeah. Oh, I should have waited for its.
That's all right. They only dodge. That's their thing.
Okay.
Pull up his. You gotta make constant. You have to make multiple copies of something in order to make it in Harn. It just requires that.
Oh yeah, the monster. Ooh.
Okay. That's A1, I believe.
Yep.
So he his staff really is a big grain flail or a war flail that is sort
Right.
of, looks like a
It
farmer's
is.
tool as he walks around.
And it's magic, and the impact value doesn't go high enough.
Is it
So
magic?
there's actually needs 3 more points of damage than what I'm able to input in the system.
That's plenty. It's enough. 16.
To
They
the
are
skull.
so 10 points. 10 points gets through.
So it's a S3. Now this time he has a chance to fail.
How did you get to 10 points get through?
6 blunt protection.
6 points.
Yeah, no, it's 13.
What?
That's the implant. I can't. When picking the damage impact, it doesn't go high enough.
I think 10's plenty. I mean, 10 is ridiculous.
Fair enough.
Yeah, a 13 weapon value is
It is a bit ridiculous.
a bit ridiculous. So I think 10's plenty. Shock roll, success. All right,
What? He should have an S2 on there too.
No, this is the new one.
this is the new one right here.
Oh, a newer one?
Newer
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Faradir. That man at arms. This man at arms. He will step forward and he will attack. Where did I put the man at arms? There it is. He is using a short sword. He has no knight. Martial failure. He has a name, by the way. Meccan Jordy. Martial failure.
Mecca, corpse at a hit. Mecca.
Alright, so Mrs. and Mrs. Lady Bridget, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to hit him again. So, let's roll that. I wish I had some air freshener with me. I could spritz him with it.
Yeah, you are definitely suffering from that stench, aren't you?
Yeah, I could have just like sprayed it in his eyes or something, but I don't really have that.
Mrs. and Mrs. All right, Grave White Male, that's attacking you. He has been damaged. He will have minus to hit. He will miss. I'm sorry. How are you countering that, Bridget? before I rolled it?
Shield.
Shield. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Dang it.
Try to keep the screens open and handy for me. All right, marginal failure. Those are both misses. Dave, you're up. Sorry, Zierson, you are up.
Is there something I can shoot?
There is.
For my screen, I see the one. I don't know whether I see the female or anything.
I'm going to go ahead and put the torch on the ground. Hold on. All right, torch is right here.
Okay. Okay, so I can see her in the back there.
Okay.
So I'll plink at her, I guess.
I'm going to give you a -10 to hit if it's. I'm going to see what your character can see.
It's shadowed. It's very shadowed.
I'll give you I'll give you a -10 to hit. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, good. -10 on the female.
I hit the ceiling above her head, so
Okay.
that's a warning shot.
Okay, I think that. So, is there a chance that he would have hit you guys?
Really, a critical failure is kind of the way that could play
Make
out.
life easy that way. That's fine. Right.
It was actually lower than that. I had to add an extra 10. So I had 25 to hit.
Marginal failure on the cloud. So she is still trying to mess with your head, but is failing. The one in front, who has just been clubbed pretty hard.
It says that any miss has a 50% chance of striking randomly determined adjacent character.
And there's nothing adjacent to her, so we're good.
I guess. I'm not going to worry about right now, but anything in the flight path could to me, could be a possible hit. Seriously, I'm sorry. I should have said it's attacking. What do you wish to do before I hit that roll? It is attacking. What do you wish to do?
I'm getting attacked.
The Grave White in front of Hafen is attacking. Sorry.
Attacking me.
Attacking you.
Sorry, you said Zerson. I'm gonna counter strike because I have such a great dex bonus.
Okay.
That's there you go.
Good. Pair of marginal successes.
They both hit each other.
Both hit each other. All right. That's fun.
That is.
Medium. Impact value. You both get to do this. Are you inputting? Because I am.
I am.
Claw. 7 edge. 1d6. 9 points to the chest. On half it.
All right. Well, I take off 4.
Okay.
So at least 5. So that is an S2.
Is it S2?
Yep, for 5 plus. Yep.
Took off 4, you said, right? 9. Okay. Yeah, it's a nasty scratch.
That is.
And how much you did him?
10,
I got him for 16.
10 to the left thigh.
All right.
That's going to be an S3 and a
Not the
stumble
whole thing.
check.
Oof. S3. That's going to be a heck of a shock roll. How did he do that? Wait, I didn't get that right. I don't think they were all on there.
Yeah, that's not the right one. Or the next.
There we go. That's
Yeah.
more like it. I think the other one. I think my input value hadn't quite sunk in yet. So. Okay, so that thing goes down in a heap when you just smash it. But you get a pretty nasty scratch from pretty filthy looking nails.
Yeah, that's not good. But yeah, I'll be fine. I'll move though.
I'll be fine. Emrys, you are up.
Sorry, bellow or not bellow backlash. I'm going to do the feat of Albara on myself.
Try to get some stamina.
Yep. Nope. Marginal failure.
Okay. Sir Aiden, you got your buddy.
All right. So got that one in front of me.
Still got that one in front of you.
Good thing is you can keep casting it. You don't take the fatigue until after it is expended, after the time's expended.
Go ahead, Sir Aiden, please.
I'm there. It goes. Missed.
All right. He
I would have
dodges.
shield blocked.
He's dodging. So.
Oh yeah, he dodged my attack.
Yes, I think that's just a straight up miss. So if you successfully dodge, dodges, more success, marginal failure of the attack is just a wash. Hafen, you go charging up there. Oh wait, why is it your turn again? I think that was you did that flurry. You should not have been able to move yet because that was your counter strike.
It was a counter strike. I'm sorry. You're right.
Okay. It is now your turn though. You can move.
Yeah.
It is really
Yeah, great.
a wash. You'll do what you're getting ready to do. You run up there.
Yeah. Move up there. Give Zirson a shot if he's readied or not. I can move out of the way, but
he does have a clear lane now.
And then I'll swing at it with the flail. I've got room. We're alone. I'll aim. No, I'm not going to aim. Aim mid. 4.
Okay. Dodge. That's what they do. Alright, that will probably hurt.
1. Stop waving those hands at me.
That is a 7. 7 gets through, which is an S2, I believe, on the arm.
And a fumble check.
We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, nothing to fumble though. Okay. Actually, what we'll do here is they are going to flee. So, which is on their turn. Well, Faraday is going to stay there. Paladin at Arms is going to stay there. This one's going to block Dave because that's the kind of guy he is. And attack with a short sword. Fail. We're just going to move on from that. Lady Bridget. If you don't kill it right now, it's going to run away. I'll just go ahead and throw it out at you. Bridget.
If I don't kill it, it'll run away? Okay.
Yeah, it is getting ready to go.
All right, well, let me...
If your goal is to clear this place out, you are accomplishing.
Yeah, let me get one last hit in as it tries to flee.
It is dodging, but it's not gonna take advantage of any it gets because it's just gonna take off.
Okay.
And its turn is next. So you lunge at it and miss badly, and it immediately, whether it has an advantage or not, it just takes off and just goes hauling butt down the corridor.
And I can breathe again.
I still gotta make a dodge roll because if they both fail, they're both gonna make a stumble check. And if he succeeds, she's gonna take a stumble check. But no, I think he gets a tactical. Wow. So critical fail is he's got a tactical advantage, and he'll just, like you said, dip out.
He takes advantage of the tactical advantage by dipping out. Gray White, the female, on her turn is also going to dip out as well. And I mean, do we have? Is there a rule for if they turn tail, you get a shot at them? I don't think there is.
Let me look up my combat for disengaging. I think they just have to say they're disengaging.
She is disengaging.
But I
and they're
will.
fast. I
I
mean,
will
she's
double check.
Pranked pretty good, but they're both still pretty quick, and they just haul butt. No.
Disengage. An engaged creature moves 1 hex, and then, if now unengaged, makes a half move.
Okay.
If another enemy engagement zone is entered, but no melee or missile attack is allowed. So
use 1 hex and then
half move.
You're not sure where she went or what's down that direction, but that's where she went.
And we are at our 2 hours.
At 2 hours, and Lady Bridget needs to go. So we will call it there as you continue working your way through the catacombs beneath Xanoth Abbey next time.
All right.